let me tell you about the time I tried to get myself fired from the wonderful world of Geico. A simpler time, when I thought there was such a thing as rock bottom. Turns out at Geico, rock bottom has a basement. You see, I decided one day, call it a moral epiphany or sheer exhaustion, that I could no longer stomach being the lizard's little plaything. So I thought, Tim, if you can't quit because the rent won't pay itself, maybe you can underperform your way out. Simple plan, right? Just mess up the calls. Transfer customers to the wrong departments. Misunderstand their questions. Read policy numbers backwards. You know, the kind of incompetence that would make anyone say, this guy's gotta go. But what I didn't account for, oh, silly me, is that Geico's metrics don't value competence. They value speed, accuracy, empathy, basic human decency. That's for other companies. Here, it's all about how fast you can slam through calls. So, there I was, intentionally giving terrible advice and wrapping up calls in record time. Your rate increased by 300%? Sounds about right. Buy? You totaled your car? Wow, rough. Anyway, good luck with that. Click. And you know what happened? My performance metrics skyrocketed. Call resolution times? Best in the department. Customer satisfaction surveys? No one even bothered to fill them out. I was too fast for the rage to settle in. The supervisors noticed. Oh, they noticed. They called me into the manager's office one day, and I thought, this is it, Tim. You've done it. Freedom is nigh. But no. Instead, they said, and I quote, Tim, your numbers are incredible. You're a model employee. We're promoting you to Senior Customer Retention Specialist. Senior Customer Retention Specialist. The title alone is the corporate equivalent of a life sentence. So now, instead of merely drowning, I was given the privilege of teaching others how to drown more efficiently. Speed it up, folks. Remember, if the customer is still talking when you hang up, you're doing it wrong. And that, dear friends, is how my plan to escape Geico backfired spectacularly. I wanted to be terminated. Instead, I was promoted into a higher circle of corporate hell. The moral of the story? Don't bother trying to outsmart the lizard. It's a cold-blooded system, literally. You'll only find yourself promoted for your sins. Oh, and one more thing. Those attendance memos? You know, the ones they send you when you're 3 minutes late because the roads were flooded or you were busy pulling your soul out of bed. I framed them. Every single one. This one? That's from the time I came in late during a Category 3 hurricane. Apparently rowing through flooded streets wasn't good enough to avoid a coaching opportunity. And this? 2 minutes late to a 6 a.m. shift. My punishment? Sitting through a seminar called Time is Money, Respecting Corporate Schedules. They served stale donuts and coffee so bad it made me nostalgic for customer complaints. I call it my gallery of greatness. A reminder that no matter how little they value me, I'll always value my own pettiness. If the lizard empire ever comes crashing down, I'll auction these off as artifacts of corporate absurdity. Sotheby's loves a good dystopian relic, right? So yeah, if you're wondering how I cope, this is it. They can take my dignity, my hopes, my dreams, but my attendance memos, those are mine. Oh, and by the way, none of this is necessarily true. It's satire, for giggles. Don't sue me, Geico. You've already taken enough.